And so that's another reason I keep coming back, is just God always shows up, and I feel like I'm always just reminded, I think, really like how much I need him and how dependent I am on him. I feel like I always walk away and I'm just so refilled, so refreshed, so restored. I found out about Whispers through a friend. She mentioned this place called Whispers and this woman named Connie. And then I kind of went through the school year still as a teacher and got to the end and just was very burnt out, I think, by the end of the year. Then I reached out to Connie and ended up coming kind of toward the end of the summer. So I stayed in Selah House, kind of a little like one-room cabin. And there's a big window that overlooks the woods, and there's a little garden there. There's a little gazebo now outside, and there's a chair with like a really comfy blanket that I love. That I spent so much time just sitting there and like with my Bible and my journal, and just sitting with God, and that it was just me, because it's kind of set off from the house a little bit. And so I came in like not, I guess, really knowing what to expect and not really used to having so much just unstructured time and time for me. But I like, it is forever still remembering. Like I remember just like driving in and like Margaret came outside and just arms wide open. And, you know, I was thinking about this and I was like, I think it was this immediate sense of like unconditional love and belonging. And I feel like I was thinking about that. I was like, that's why I think I keep coming back, right? I was like, I can get the rest and the restoration I need, and like, there's always a sense like I belong here and I'm loved for here and I'm cared for here, and I can get that here, and it allows me to continue to do the things that I do and pour out. I think it's just been so good to have and like build that rhythm of rest, and I think it's done so much to allow me to be poured back into to continue to pour out. As I've been here and just gotten to know the women here and the staff here, it's been amazing to build relationships with them, and then to be offered the opportunity and trusted with the opportunity really to be able to give back by joining them to help serve some of the women that come here. And so the first time I really had a chance to do that, Margaret, who was here, had asked me, there was a group of women that was going to stay in the chalet building. And so I just kind of stayed overnight and had a chance to meet those women and interact with them a little bit. Even as I've been here at other points, I feel like I've gotten to the point, even when there are staff here and I'm not covering, just helping with little things like setting the table or bringing dishes in, restocking things, or at least letting Margaret or someone know if I notice there's things that women might need.
That was good. Do you think it needs more garlic? That's the question.
Yes.
Yes is the answer. All right, I agree with you.
And then now I've really gotten a chance more recently to cover when Margaret and some of the staff members are gone. And so even doing a little bit more of that and planning for meals and preparing for meals, getting to kind of be that person like Margaret was for me the first time, to like help Melissa in like greeting women and hopefully letting them feel that initial sense of unconditional love and belonging.
Wonderful. That's better.
That is better.
Yep. Definitely more garlic.
It's amazing to be able to reflect on that and like from coming the first time and having that given to me, and now being able to give back that way and show up for other women. Life can be very noisy. There can be a lot of noise, like physical noise, just lots of things. So, I think like I found myself in a season, right, where there was lots going on and I was, getting overwhelmed and burnt out. And I think if you're in a place where you're like, I could just use some quiet, I could use a retreat, I could use some solitude, I could use some perspective, whether that's, sitting on my own with God or being willing to talk to other women or sit with Connie for counseling. This is such a place to be able to do that. Every time I've been here or brought women here or met women here, I think all of us have walked away, filled up and realizing how much we needed it, often even more than we realized we needed it. In Kings, there's the passage about Elijah, right? And he is listening for God. And, it's like there's an earthquake and there's all of these like big things. And it isn't until there's like a whisper, right, that he's able to hear God. Like, I think that's what I found to be so true, right? Is like I come and like there's, can be all these big things. And I think sometimes I have some of those expectations of how God's going to show up and I'm going to, like find him here, see him here. And sometimes I think that's where I've learned, and another reason I keep coming back to whispers, right? Because it's like getting somewhere away, right? And that's, Elijah was away from everybody else, right? It was him and God, and it was quiet. And then he was in a place where it was able to just be him and God, and he was able to hear God speak, like what he wanted to say. It is a place to come and hear God whisper.